Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned Albino ranks every waifu in Kingdom Hearts 2 from worst to best. This video was more acceptable than the last one because all the girls that were 14 in Kingdom Hearts are now 15 in Kingdom Hearts 2, and that's the age of consent in Mexico, so viva la quinceañera, motherfuckers! This list doesn't contain anyone that was in the last list unless that character is noticeably changed, which some have. So again, my list, my rules, let's start from 17 and work our way down to 1. Number 17, the wardrobe. This hefty piece of furniture blocks access to the dungeon, so this will be a waifu whose specialty is to quite literally be in the way. She's rather boisterous when woken up, but is always there for Belle to vent to about how cruel the beast can be. She's like the ugly fat friend from middle school that knew the popular girl before she became popular, and is gradually being phased out of her life and only used for emotional support. I think we're better off not seeing her human form. Number 16, Mrs. Potts. If you need a waifu you can lift by the ass and have her pour you a cup of tea, look no further than Mrs. Potts, though she comes with some fragile baggage in the form of her son, Chip. I think that's her son. It's been about 15 years since I saw the movie. You can always take comfort that you'll be well provided for in at least the beverage area of your life. Do you think she acts different depending on what liquid is inside her? Like if she's filled with Red Bull, is she clattering off the walls? Or maybe you can pour some human blood in her and turn her into a vampire pot. Number 15, Nala. Nala the Lioness Motherboard is a computer program trapped in a jungle cat's body. Nala delivers exposition like Siri on antidepressants. Her cyber initiatives have yet to fully grasp the emotional context of situations, but apparently if you plug into her enough times, she can still procreate and make little baby internet cubs. Number 14, Daisy. If you're wondering what it's like to grab a duck by the feathery balls, just ask Daisy. She's got Donald on a tighter leash than a bad mother out with her children in public. It's clear that beneath all the nagging and ordering, she really does care for Donald. But I'd rather care exist beneath positive things about a person. Like how about underneath giving me my space and letting me fucking breathe, woman? Number 13, Megara. Her friends call her Meg, but we're not friends. Doesn't Megara seem like she's at least 50? She acts like an old woman that's just over it already. And I know that's endearing to many people, that she's not like your stereotypical starry-eyed Disney princess, but I don't need a waifu who hit menopause in her late teens. Number 12, Queen Minnie. Royalty has its perks, but marrying a mouse has its quirks. Queen Minnie comes off as sort of unsure of herself and kind and gentle, like not really a ruler type, which is weird because her light magic is hella strong. Maybe she's been in King Mickey's shadow too long and not really been able to flex her mystical muscles, but she obliterates Heartless with that ball thing, so someone should train her less half-assedly. Number 11, Aerith. Aerith gets another spot and a noticeable downgrade in this game, because she's turned into some irreverent adolescent that exists separate from what's happening. Like when she puts the data disk into the MCP computer and goes, "Don't talk with your mouth full." Who are you? Did something happen? Did Cloud dump you for Tifa? I don't know Final Fantasy lore, but it seems like he has a connection to both of them. Cloud dumped Aerith because she didn't die like she's supposed to, and it warped her mind and transported her voice back in time and broke it. She sounds like a little girl you have a weird conversation with before you figure out your house is haunted. Number 10, Elizabeth. This is about as close to a real person as you're going to get in this game with the art style. Elizabeth is adventurous and gung-ho and ready to charge headlong into danger, which is great if you're looking for a way out of your marriage by just letting her get herself killed. But if you actually like her, you're going to find yourself taking blood pressure medication before you know it. Number 9, the Gull Wings. I could separate them, but I won't. Pain is the least desirable of the bunch. I know people like broody, emotionless goth girls in video games, but I do not prefer that. Having played a couple hours of Final Fantasy X, I actually know who Yuma and Double K Riku are, and seeing them in Tinkerbell form as super cast-aside characters is pretty odd, especially given how central Yuma is to that story. It's like when Seth MacFarlane has Ryan Reynolds in all his movies for 2 seconds, although I like that, so maybe it's not a big deal at all. Number 8, Xian. Because why not, right? It's not like I'm doing a waifu ranking of 358 divided by 2 days. That would literally just be Xian as the only non-recurring character. Of all the Kairi clones, Xian is the most empty, which is thematically on point, but I wouldn't want to come home to a waifu every day and be like, "Hey, how was your day?" and have her be like, "Oh, I sat on a clock tower and ate ice cream and that's it, that's all I've ever done." Xian needs some hobbies. She also doesn't exist and we don't remember her, so it would be weird to come home to a waifu every day and be like, "Hey, how was your day? Wait a second, who are you? And hold up, there's nobody actually here." Number 7, Tifa. I don't know a damn thing about Tifa, except if she punched me in the head, my head would come clean off and smash through 3 stone walls. Actually, it would probably explode like a watermelon and become free samples at a Saturday market. Tifa's damn fine, no question, but if she roundhouse kicked me, the upper half of my torso would fly off into the sunset and be vaporized by the heat rays, and my legs would remain standing as the muscles took a few seconds to adjust to not having a top half of a person attached anymore, and then she would probably kick me square in the nuts, which would separate my legs from each other down the middle and split them into 2 pieces that collapsed onto each other like double dominoes. I mean, I like Tifa, but if she ever gave me a titty twister, it would burn holes in my nipples and make me fall on my back where the newly created craters would become containers with which to collect rainwater. Tifa's sexy, but she's dangerous. Like if she stomped on my big toe, it would pile drive me into the ground until I popped up out of a manhole cover in China where the natives in their straw twist-tied hats would squint at me with confusion. Number 6, Naminé. I like Naminé better than KH1 Kairi, but she falls a little short of KH2 Kairi. Drawing is a neat talent to have, especially if you have a realistic art style, and even though she's a self-proclaimed witch who alters people's memories, I have fond ones of Naminé that are probably doctored. But if they're nice, who cares? It's like Sora says, it doesn't matter if they're fake, they're still yours, and you're gonna fight to preserve them. Also, since I'm Roxas on a spiritual level, Naminé is my spiritual waifu by default. Number 5, Kairi. I know it looks like Kairi got demoted, even though she's a better version of herself, but she also got a lot more competition in the second game. Sure, she gets kidnapped again, but at least by the end she becomes someone who can fight. I'm a fan of women who can hold their own. It's why I always play as female characters when I get the option, and my PS4 avatar is female, and everyone online thinks I'm a chick. I know I'm not the only one. Number 4, Larxene. Ooh, Larxene's such a mean girl, but I'm sunburned albino and girls with attitude respect that shit like, alright albino, I've seen some of your roasts, we're cool, I see you, I get you, we're gonna go toe to toe sometimes, but maybe you'll win some, maybe I'll win some. Larxene gets Sora so mad in Chain of Memories and it pleases me greatly. She's also one of the few ladies in this game you can like without people calling you the father of all pedophiles. Number 3, Belle. I've never seen such waifu material go to fucking waste on such an animal. Belle, you are a human woman. I know Beast is cursed or whatever, but he was cursed for being an asshole. Although to be fair, I wouldn't let an old bitch into my castle either. Just because I have space doesn't mean you should be allowed to occupy it, you hag monster. That's such a dumb lesson. Like, be kind to strangers, but I don't need to smile at every warthog that wanders up to my gate. The real lesson is always let nasty witches into your home, and that's not something you should teach anybody. The Beast is not worth Belle's time, and she's a party girl in a chambermaid outfit. Like, you know she likes to get crazy. She's the girl at the party doing keg stands and winning at beer pong, and also she's perfect. Number 2, Mulan. I like her in her ping costume the best. Just kidding. Mulan is a failed trophy wife turned badass warrior and savior of China. Once she stops trying to mansplain her fighting style, she proves she's actually a very capable soldier in her own right. She's the hero China deserves, but not the one it needs right now cause she too busy mothering my half-Asian children. I'm just waiting for my reflection to show who I am inside Mulan. Number 1, Olette. I'll fight anyone. I'll do it. Olette is inarguable best girl for me. She's fun. She hangs out with the gang, does all our homework, and her voice is cute AF. Olette dragged me along to go shopping. Hey Pence, how about you quit your bitchin'? Do you see who you're with? I will carry all of her bags. You ain't never seen eyes that green in your fucking life. Olette will look into your soul and a cascade of jade and emerald will fill your entire being and make you rich on the inside. A treasure within that'll never let you forget the treasure you have next to you, boy. Olette is just a normal girl, but in a universe populated with unending magical crazy shit, that makes her special in her own right. Tell me you couldn't use some normalcy at the end of a long day of insanity. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. See, this one was alright, right? Less disgusting. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. I've got other waifu and boss rankings you can check out, and I'll see you guys next time.